Symmetric crypto uses the same key. What are we talking about? Caesar. So remember when we use the shift of 3 and the receiver got the message, the receiver is going to use that same shift of 3 to reverse. You understand? And they get the plain text back, right? So what happens? What do you think would happen if you use a different key? So let's say I sent a message and I use a shift of 3 and you now want to decrypt and I'm using a shift of 2 or 4. Definitely, obviously, we'll not be getting the data or the plain text. We'll not be getting the exact data. Okay, so that's what we are just going into for today, and we get to see how it happens. From the definition, same key to perform and reverse or verify an operation. What's that? Any problem? We don't have the note. We have a note. I sent a note. This is just slide now. I sent the note to us. Yeah. So Caesar would be an example of symmetric cryptography. All right. So we can even use. Let me just. Okay, that's when we get to asymmetry, because you can actually use that same Caesar to perform some kind of like asymmetric cryptography, where we use two different keys. Okay. So let's see what we have. All right. So just like hashing 2 or hash functions that we have. The legacy, the old, the modern, and so far. Alright, so the same thing is applicable to encryption. You can see we have our plain text. You know, after encrypting, it turns our Caesar, our cipher text, and that same key decrypted and we got our plain text back, which was the original, the plain text that was encrypted earlier. Okay, so the legacy, which is DES. DES means data encryption standard. You can confirm that. I might be wrong. DES is data encryption standard. RC4, maybe reverse cipher or something. 3DES, which was believed to be like the advanced one. And we also have the modern one, which we are using in today's world, like AES, AES 128, AES 192, AES 256. All right. So we also have the future ones. You know, Cha-Cha. Nice. Okay, so let's just swing to Kali and we get to encrypt this time around, but we are not using echo, we are using OpenSSL. So the very first thing we need to do now is check OpenSSL. Alright, so this is where we get to like we get familiar with different commands. Okay, so we do OpenSSL. I'll hit enter and we get to see different standard commands. You can see we have the CA, the ciphers. You know, this is more like the asymmetric aspect. Let's just move. Okay, very good. So you can see. So that means we can actually use OpenSSL2 to hash, which makes a lot of sense. So you can see we have MD4, MD5, SHA-224, and so on and so on. But we are jumping or we are swinging to what's the name? Symmetric. Okay, so these are all of the symmetric standards that we have. Okay, symmetric encryption standard. So we have AES 128. So this 128, this digit is telling us the number of bits, right? So for example, AES will be telling us that we have about 128 bits bit key long, right? And 192 the same thing. You can see we have 256 aerial, AES, base 64, blowfish, and so on and so on. So what is it? All right, so let's start with the very first one on how to use the command. So you can see Caesar cipher command, see the ENC command for more details. Okay, so how do you go about that? Use our OpenSSL command. The syntax might be long somehow, but all we need to do is just, you can just write it down somewhere so don't forget. And it's not even long like that though. Okay, so I'll just do OpenSSL, then ENC flag, which means we want to encrypt. But before we do that, let's create our own plain text. But let me check what I have inside this place. If I have any plain text, what do I have? It 0 to 9. Let me cut 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9 makes sense. So we believe 0 to 9 is our useful information, like what we are trying to, encrypt. Like you want to off the fan. You want to off the fan, Abby? Please off it. Thank you.
No.
Maybe you should go and sit down there.
No, Abby.
It will affect me too. Okay, are we together? So this is the file that we are trying to encrypt. I'm using 0 to 9. You can use anything that you like. So how do you encrypt this? Okay, you can just create anything. You might have one for yourself. Just use anything. So how do you encrypt this? Using symmetric encryption standard.
What do you have inside this file?
This is 0 to 9.
Is there anything inside that 0 to 9?
Ma?
Is there anything inside that 0 to 9?
Yes, this is what we have inside 0 to 9. 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, sorry. That question sounds somehow. Where are? Asking what?
So we have to use cards. Can I use money?
You can use anything that you like now.
Sorry, remind me, you want to create that file?
You want to create an empty text file?
How do you know?
Okay, and inside that file, it should be numbers, right?
Anything. It's just a file. Just an empty text file. It's just anything.
It can be empty.
What you say? You want to encrypt empty file. What do you want to encrypt there? It doesn't have to be empty. You can just, What happens to this one again? Open SSL, which you open SSL. In fact, we can just use the manual page to see how it works. Okay, so you can just keep hitting enter. You get to see like the full meaning of. So CA means certificate authority, cipher. DGST is more of like for the message digest calculation, the hash functions. Okay, so it's actually a lot. So you can see ENC, which is encryption. You can use that for encryption to decrypt and to actually encode. Yeah, it's a lot actually. If you keep hitting enter, you keep going down. Just use Q to quit. Yes. All right. So what's the word we are trying to 0 to 9, right? Okay. So let's confirm that. Now we want to encrypt 0 to 9 using OpenSSL, but we have to use an encryption standard. Okay. And one of those is AES. All right. So how do you go about that? OpenSSL. Then ENC, which means you are trying to encrypt, okay? And you use the flag, which is AES. The type of, let me close this to just show us. All right, so you can see we have for ENC to encrypt, we have, these are all of the options, all of the flags that we can use, any of them to actually encrypt. Okay, so let's go about that. So let's go with that. So we can just use OpenSSL and ENC and what we are trying to so let's use AES 128 CBC. What's that CBC self? Block something. Okay. CBC syntax. We use the in flag. In will actually do something for us. It will take in our file, what we are trying to encrypt. So what we're trying to encrypt, what you save it as is 0 to 9. Okay, that's the name. And we say after encrypting it, you use the out flag to save it as let's use encrypted or encrypt. Let's use encrypt 0 to 9. So this is a different file name. It can be anything. You understand? So when I hit enter, let's see what we get as a result. You can see it's request for a password. Now that password is the key, what you are using to encrypt. Just like Caesar, when you are encrypting, you're using a shift of 3. So this time around, you might want to use a very weak password. Sorry, a very strong password, like 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, it requests for verification. Then I'll do 1 2 3 4 5 again, and we are getting warning. It's saying it's kind of old, but that doesn't mean it didn't do the work. So we can just do cat encrypt 0 to 9 to see if it actually worked. And well, let's see the word. So you can see this is 0 to 9 encrypted. Okay, so if I send this to you and you know, you don't even know how to access it. All right, is that simple? Simple, but it's giving us an option here using the ITER or PBKDF2. What's this? This will be password based key derivation function 2 or something. Let's use that flag. Let's see what happens. Let me just put it here. Dash PBKDF2 probably is telling us that that's old. So let's see. Okay, I'm getting option for AES CBC wrong. What have I done wrong? PBKDF2. Am I supposed to use a flag? Okay, it's telling us it will be better. It's not necessary, but let's try to encrypt that first. Let's see what happens. Okay, yes, it's worked after the syntax. So let's use 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. All right, so if I cut that, you know, it's going to override the previous one. So let's see what we have. All right, so it's almost the same thing, but just I feel like
is it necessary we use like AES 1 to 8?
Of course, that's the standard now, the encryption standard. Yes, it's necessary.
This was not working.
What's not working there?
Valid command, yeah?
No. Let's try alone. Like the one the other certificate. Like how do you about this? One is not calling.
What else is
Are we done?
ENC? Did you type it together with Toto?
Okay, so another one we can do is but this is not a very safe one. I'm going to show this. So let's say we are encrypting. Let's create one. Let's use echo and
For encryption.
it's this.
It's still showing me.
No, you are not to cut book now. You are to cut encrypt and book.
Oh.
You are telling it to save the encrypted version inside out, whatever. So let's try to encrypt. Let's use tech nugget, right? Tech nugget. Tech nugget, and we ask you to save it as classwork or something. Okay, so let's try to encrypt classwork. Classwork. Okay, I'm not going to write that out again. Okay, so let's try to encrypt classwork, and sorry, we are trying to encrypt tech nugget because it's inside classwork is tech nugget. So let's use encrypt. Can you see it clearly? I need to zoom it in.
I still put the same as
How's it, black sheep? What up?
Is it most that T should be a small letter?
Which one?
Tech.
Tech.
The T.
It can. It's a file. Like is anything inside of.
Technogate.
Let me just use echo classwork or something. Okay, let me just enter. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to do something. Very good. So instead of after doing this and you hit enter, it requests for your key. Okay, so we can just use the K flag, right? And we put out, but this is not safe because you'd actually be seeing the key in plain text, which is not safe. So if I do 1 2 3 4, and I hit enter, it would work too. It's going to work, but you can all see my what's the name, my the key that I used to encrypt, and that's not safe. So that's why it's actually good to use the very first option where you don't need to specify the key. Okay, so after this command, you hit enter and it requests for your pin, which would be in secret mode. Are we together? Are we together?
So when you did echo technologies,
Yeah.
classroom, what did you?
It's just the same thing as using.
What are we doing now?
It's just the same thing as using nano classwork. Then you put tech nuggets inside.
Like nano, echo, and kata.
Okay,
Ma?
so tech nuggets is inside classroom.
Let me cut classwork for you now, so you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I would try to encrypt.
We are trying to encrypt tech nugget. Tech nugget is inside classwork. So if I just do this now,
The first one we did,
what happened to the
we
first
are
one?
trying to like encrypt.
It's still encryption.
Manual.
Everything you are doing is encryption, symmetric encryption.
We have to
The
What's
first,
different?
it's the same thing now. It's just different approach. Okay, I want us to like be on the same page for the encryption before we do that.
That's one.
Are you done?
Abi
Exactly,
class
done that. So when you're cutting, you have to cut what? Yes. It's what? 0 to 9, correct. Okay, cut, yes, encryption. So it wouldn't be safe for you to use this this approach, because your key would be it would be reviewed. All right. So let's not use this in class. Let's just stick to the first one, yes, because when it requests for when it requests for the password, you can see it's blind, like it's in secret mode. Nobody's going to see it. Okay, are we good on that? What happened again?
So we should save tech nuggets inside class.
You can just put anything. Okay, so let's decrypt this time around. How do you decrypt? Still the same file. Let me just confirm the name of the what's the name. So let's encrypt let's decrypt cat enc 0 to 9, right? Okay, so let's decrypt this. Still the same command. You just need to like add few flags. Okay, open SSL enc, then the name of the, in fact I'll just put this out in full. The name of the encryption standard, which is AES and AES 128 CBC. Then use your D flag, which means you want to decrypt D. Okay, then the file you are taking in, which will be what? The encrypted file, which is ENC 0 to 9. Don't make the mistake of decrypting a plain text too. Okay, so ANC, and you say
ENC has to be
no, you can save it as anything. It's just like a file name. Yes. Okay, then we say okay, save after decrypting. Save it to we can call it decrypt or something. Decrypted file. Okay. All right. So let's see what happens after. You can see it requests for the pin, for the key rather. What's the key? What key did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that it? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, bad decrypt. You will love it, really. You. Let me use 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay now. Let me encrypt that now real quick. Open SSL. In fact, let me remove everything. Let me remove everything I have under ENC. Using my word flag. Okay. Let's do it again together, please. Open SSL. Encrypt 0 to 9. I don't have anything like encrypt 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9. Password, be very certain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's decrypt this time around. And use your D flag, which means you are decrypting. I go with that. Let's see. I need to confirm that. Okay, then in would be the name of the file, which was enc 0 to 9.
There will be space between that CBC and D.
Okay, and out to decrypt. What's that?
There is space between that dash D.
Dash D. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something wrong. I think something is wrong, and I guess it is. We didn't use the PB whatever. So PB KDF2 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that?
So you are encrypting with that command PB. You have to decrypt.
Yes, with that. Yes. So if I cut decrypt whatever, decrypt 0 to 9, we should have a. Okay, something just happened.
It should be.
Okay, cut. Sorry, it should be DEC 0 to 9. Yes. So we have our plain text back. Yes, it's worked. It's worked.
So the only thing we'll be having to decrypt it is this PB.
No. If you used PBK, gosh. If you use that flag to encrypt, you have to include that when you are decrypting too.
This flag.
The PBKDF2, the password-based key derivation 1 or 2. Are we clear on that? Okay. Let me remove everything again.
But we didn't have it the other time to encrypt it.
If you didn't add it, you don't need to add it when you are decrypting.
So what's now the command for decrypting?
To decrypt?
Yeah.
You need to see it. No.
Dash D.
You also include the dash D, which means to decrypt, and you say the file you are taking in now will be the encrypted file. Okay, so the encrypted file will be encrypt 0 to 9. Then after decrypting, you tell it to save it as a new file. So you use the out flag, and the name of the file to be 0 to 9.
But we can like without using that DEC 0 to 9, you can save it as anything.
You can use anything. It's just a file name. It's just a file name. Sure, you understand? Okay, are we good with that? The directory that you are. Yes, directory that you are. Okay, so let's just confirm. Let's just check again. Okay, I think I deleted everything. All right, so as you can see, we have different encryption standard. So I want us to try AES. No, let's use base 60.
Why do you mean bad magic number?
Because you have a wrong password, a wrong key rather.
Let's use
Which one?
Desede.
Which one is Desede? Let's use DES. Yeah. Let's use this. Okay, let's use Desede. Alright, so use Desede. I can do that together. Okay.
Go back to that command, let me see.
Which command? Fast.
To decrypt. I think I made a mistake.
Okay, to decrypt. Yeah. Open SSL encrypt. Don't forget, use the same encryption standard that you are going to use. If you use a different one, you are not getting your plain text back. Easy peasy.
Yes.
Okay, so let's use this Desede as requested. Popular demand. Desede. What does Desede mean? I've never used that before, but let's try it out. Open SSL.
Yes.
ENC. Desede. Then we can just use I don't want it to give me that error again, so I can just use like the p. No, let me just use, I'm not using that. In will be 0 to 9, right, or anything that you want it to be. 0 to 9, and we say you save it to yes, what's that?
That's command again.
It's still the same thing.
Okay. Are we that PK something? Like
Yes, it's not necessary actually, but just like to make sure your file is
What
well.
about the encrypted? How do you hope it's encrypted?
Yes, to encrypt. Okay, so there's encrypt 0 to 9.
That's the file name.
Yes, the file name. So let me just hit enter. It requests my password. Again, I'll just use 1 2 3 4 5. A very strong password. 1 2 3 4 5. Very good. So if we cut encrypted.txt encrypted 0 to 9, we should have this. So you can see we've been able to encrypt 0 to 9 using a different encryption standard, which is nice. So let me decrypt that real quick. Which one is bad? Okay, in flag. So we want to decrypt now. In. So the file we are taking in now will be different, which is what's the name? No, it won't be the encrypted. Yes, encrypted 0 to 9. Then we say we want to save it as a different. Yes, decrypt 0 to 9. And once I hit enter, it requests for my 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so what happened there? What happened there, everyone? Nobody is talking. I'm having a bad.
yes.
What happened? Something is wrong. Okay, it's worked. Let's just cut decrypted. I'll shock you with the test though. I'm sorry, with the classwork. Yep.
This encrypted is just a name.
Yes, it can be any file name. It can be anything.
You can use anything.
Yes, but these are the special flags that shouldn't be changed. OpenSSL, ANC, the encryption standard, so and so on.
The syntax end out, in out, dash out.
But you're adding like encrypt.
Yeah, just like name.
You just for encryption. You can't write it in full though. Which one? This one? It can be any. I just used it as. It can be anything. You understand? It doesn't have to be. I don't know. I've been unable to access my.
Were you able to decrypt that?
Let me cut decrypted.csv. Yes, it's worked. It's worked. It's worked. Yes.
You see, after that dash
I
IN,
think
the EXC is compulsory.
After what?
After that dash IN, the ESC
This
compulsory.
is compulsory because you saved the encrypted file as encrypted 0 to 9. So if you save yours as encrypted file, it should be encrypted file. So you are telling me that okay, this file has been encrypted and I saved it as encrypted whatever. You can use any name. You can use black sheep self. You can use head of the family. You can use a different breed. You can use shaman. You understand? So that's it. That's it. Is that easy? That easy peasy, right? So let's try one more out. Sorry, you guys should try one more out. So let's use oh, what am I doing? Yeah, so let's use what are you decrypting? Give us that. Let's use BF. BF means bluefish. So let's use BF. No, let's use the ordinary BF. Let's use ordinary BF by using the encryption standard. Okay, so let's use BF. And what we are encrypting is what file did you save? What's that? No, why did you have to use it tonight? You have other files too now. let's use something, you know, key, important, like let's use common.txt. Should be able to use that. Common.txt is inside your phone. Is that inside your phone? Yes, yes. Use common.txt real quick. Let's go. Okay, BF.
You have something like D here.
I edited that is because of the script now. So BF, then you remove that sort because we are not using any sort. Okay, then in the name of the file, which is common.txt, or the encrypted file. What did you save the encrypted file with? Is enc common.txt. So enc.
The encrypted file.
What did you save common.txt after encrypting? Why did you save common.txt after encrypting? What did you save it with?
Can we go back now?
Don't go back here to common.txt. Then out to let's use you can just use decrypt or something. Decrypt.txt.
Yeah, don't forget.
Don't forget to break.
You have to go back and check it.
You can go back now. The syntax. Yes, the encrypted file. Yes, yes, yes. The encrypted file. For example,
The name of the encrypted file
is what?
is common.txt.
No. The plain text is common.txt.
Yes.
After encrypting, what do you save it as?
ENC.
Exactly. So it should be inside this place. So it should be open SSL enc in .txt. Yes, run it up now. You don't need decrypt. Just run it up. We want to crack the password.
But do you know, like when we were decrypting it, we now change the output. We change the output to. We used that.
Okay, like you use a different name.
Yeah.
Use the previous one or the one you encrypted with
For
Gogo.
that, for the plain text.
Have you copied the script from the group? I sent it.
That's what I use. That's what I use.
Whatever you used, and whatever to know. Okay. And so nano, you go to your terminal. What's that? Yeah, no, don't clear it out. Just leave it. Just leave it. Leave that. Leave that. Is what? Just give them one first. It's not double. It's just that one.
We just shift and come around.
No. The P does not have flag. Common.txt out to a new name.
So how about this pass?
Pass is just leave that pass to whatever. It should be like this.
The out, we should use it. We should leave it like that.
Out and the name of the file. Just the syntax. The same. In fact, you can just copy that syntax. The syntax you used to encrypt the other time. Just paste it there.
And the same output too.
Yes, you can use any output. I don't want to kill it. Huh? Just use any one. Yeah, it's because you've not saved it. Control X. Yes. Enter. Yeah, go back to the file. Are we done? Are we done? Yes, save.
My own pass is 2.
2 pass. And you say you no go play ball tomorrow. You will play ball tomorrow.
Like it's showing like this.
You want to. I have 2 pass. 2 passes. Using in my Lambo.
Okay, you have to use
Pass 2. Yeah. Let me see. ENT encrypt. I think we've made a mistake. I think there's a mistake somewhere. Leave that environment. Have you done that? Syntax stuff encrypting. Paste it there. Syntax. When you go one by láti ibi by day, ibi by. But there's colon here. There's no colon. Are you done? Oh yeah. Let's Control X, save it, and leave. Now I want us to give it executive permission real quick. I'm not going to do that for us. Executive permission.